Hi everyone, my name is Noah and we're going to learn about the green iguana today. The last video, it was about the spiny tail iguana. We're going to talk about the differences and what the green iguana looks like.
Alright, so let's start with that. So what does the green iguana look like?
It is green and it doesn't have a spiny tail.
Right.
Like a spiny tail iguana does, and it could have black and white stripes on it, and when it's a juvenile, it has like a green and black stripes on the tail, and sometimes when it's older, it can be like brown and has like brown and black stripes on its body, and white and black and white stripes on the tail.
That's right. Yeah, we've seen green iguanas with all sorts of different colors and different patterns.
Have horns on their noses too.
Yep, and some of them have no horns on their noses, and then also on their
chin. Oh wait, on their chin.
Yep. And
and they have so there's this thing on their neck called a dewlap. Like on some anoles or something like that, the dewlap is to attract females.
Yeah, and so we'll see a picture, I think, that has a male with a dewlap on it.
Yeah. That spiny tail iguanas have that too. Just you can't really tell because usually their heads are pointing straight and you can't really see it that much.
Okay. All right. So we talked about what they look like and their colors. What about their habitat?
It's kind of the same, but mostly trees.
As what?
As their habitat.
No, I'm sorry.
As their
It's mostly the same as what?
The spiny tail iguanas, but they mostly live in trees. Now, but they can still live in rocks and on the ground and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think for the most part, whenever we've seen a green iguana, it's been
in trees.
In the trees. Yep.
And sometimes on a fence.
Sometimes on a fence if it's got some leaves and stuff.
Yeah. Like there's a fence right over here.
Yeah. And we'll actually should see a picture of that too.
Yeah.
All right, and then what do they eat?
Same as the green iguana. I mean the spiny tail iguana. It's like all plant matter and stuff. It's the same diet for the juveniles. Juveniles are like the teenagers, and the adults have the same plant matter. Have the same diet. Diet means what they eat.
Okay. And then there was also one difference, I think, that you picked up on. You said that one of the iguanas is faster. Which one's faster?
The spiny tail iguana. But the green iguana isn't as fast, but it's still very quick.
Okay. Well, so we're actually going to take a look at some pictures and video. Now, this looks like a iguana, and it's green. But what kind of iguana is it?
It's actually a spiny tail.
And how can you tell?
Because, well, you can't always tell that it's a spiny tail, but I can tell because on the teenagers or the juveniles have like super small spikes on them, and there's like little wrinkles. And the spikes are on top of those little wrinkles.
That's right. If you look at the very bottom of the iguana,
where the tail is, on the tail,
you see those little spikies and then almost like waves up and down.
Yeah.
And you can really see the spikies there. All right, so let's switch over to the next picture. So what is this guy?
A green iguana.
Yeah, so this was a really big green iguana that we saw at a local animal preserve.
Or a sanctuary, which is like where they save animals, and some of them they cannot release because they cannot survive in the wild.
So we found this guy there.
A green iguana, and it has like orange in between the scales, and it has big spikes. And there is a dewlap on there that has spikes on it.
Yeah, it looks like this guy's pretty big and pretty old, so the spikes and everything aren't as nice as some of the other ones we're going to see.
Yeah.
Now, what is this guy?
We found a young green iguana. So we were here in Costa Rica 1 year ago, and so we were walking home from something, and I saw a green iguana on a fence. And I told my father, go catch it. And he was like, I don't think I'm going to catch that. But he actually caught it. And then we took a few pictures. And then he put it on my shoulder. And it didn't even bite my ear.
Yeah. So,
I thought that would be kind of risky.
Yeah, so let's keep going through the pictures.
But then it crawled onto my back.
So let's keep going through the pictures. So we have, here is me holding the iguana.
Uh-huh.
You can see actually the spikes a little bit on the dewlap on
Yes.
the bottom there.
Yes.
And you could see, actually one other feature of the green iguanas is that they have really, really long tails.
Yeah, really long tails.
So you can see here how long this tail is. It's longer
Yeah.
than the iguana
And
itself.
it's a juvenile.
You can also see how excited Noah is in the background. Here's a little bit closer up. Again, you can see a little bit more of the eye.
Yeah.
You could see, you can see the
The dewlap.
dewlap, but with the kind of
Spikes.
spiky, jagged edges there.
Yeah.
And you can see also the long fingers and claws.
And here's a picture of my father putting the iguana on my shoulder, which was kind of risky, but not that much.
Yeah, we wanted to see what it would do. Noah was excited to have it. So we put it on his shoulder.
I was nervous.
Very nervous, but
It did not bite my ear.
no, it didn't bite at all. And it actually stayed there for a second, but then
It crawled onto my back.
it crawled onto his back.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And it had a few spikes on it, though.
Yeah, so you can see that on their hands and feet, they have these long fingers, but then also these claws to hold on to things when they're climbing. And
Yeah.
so those were on Noah's shirt.
And I could feel it clipping into my skin. That's a bird. And then it jumped off, it leapt off, and then ran away.
Ran away. Alright, so now this one is another green iguana. Now this
But
one,
bigger.
yeah, this is another big one that we found. Now here you can see what a different pattern it has from the other big one we saw, right?
Yeah.
This one is much more green, but also has a really strong black pattern on it, right?
Yeah.
And what's neat about it is you can see on the back, all those spikes are pretty orange. So this one's a pretty colorful one.
Yeah.
Now again, we found this guy way, way up in a tree.
We were on a terrace.
Yeah, well, it actually started on the bottom, on
Yeah.
the first floor, and it
Yeah.
climbed the tree all the way up, and we chased him. We ran up to our terrace to go take a look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see him climbing through the trees.
We thought he was gonna fall off.
Yeah. So actually, let's take a quick look at a video. All right. So you can see him. You can see him here, looking up and around.
Mhm.
And then we figured out what he was doing in the tree.
He was eating leaves.
He was eating leaves.
Yeah, and they have like a super sharp or like a circly tail. I mean tongue to get the leaves, like to pull the leaves off the branch or bite the leaves.
Yeah. Now, if you look closer here again, you could see this guy was a little younger. You could see his spikes on his dewlap right there, right?
Yeah, and he has horns on his nose.
Yeah, little horns on his nose. Here we got to see all of
His colors.
his colors, his long tail, up in the tree.
Yeah, in the shadows, it looks like a super ginormous leaf.
Yeah. So here are a couple of other pictures. This one almost looks like
Yeah.
a dinosaur hiding in the.
Yeah, it looks like a dinosaur. That's why it's called a Jurassic Park dinosaur. It's crazy.
Yeah. And this was a really cool one because again you can see the green, the black,
Yeah, and all the colors on it.
the orange, everything.
It was turned to the side. Oh, down. So we were walking towards the beach and we saw like this. I found a super old, not like super old, maybe a 30 or 40-year-old iguana.
We don't know how old it was.
I know.
But it was a very big one.
Yeah, and you could see the spikes. And this one had more of a droopier dewlap
this
than the other.
Yeah, this is a really big one. Now this one again is a slightly different color.
It's like brownish and a gray head.
Yeah, so this one unlike the last one, which is mostly green and black, this one's mostly,
Brown.
yeah, I'd say brown or even orange and black.
Brownish orange.
And you can really tell on the tail there's a really strong black stripes.
Yeah, or very thick.
Yeah, and here we had a quick video of it moving around.
And I tried taking a picture of it.
Yeah, and you can see again, he's looking for food.
Yeah, or eating grass.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they eat plant matter.
Alright, and then, what do we see next?
Ooh, it's climbing on the trees. It was kind of risky because, like, there was a very super thin branch, and we thought it was gonna fall off. But guess what? It didn't.
So here we can see the,
Iguana climbing up that tree.
that's right. And we took this picture because it gives you a really good idea of exactly
How long it is.
how long it is. And you can see the tail, again, is even longer than the body of the iguana.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like the size of my father.
Yeah, so this was probably at least 5 feet long from head to tail.
Yeah,
Pretty long.
from my father's head to feet.
So you can see here a couple of other pictures. Again, you can notice the differences in color, but a lot of the same stuff, right? The horns
Yeah.
on the nose, the little spiky things on the dewlap, and
All
then
that
again,
cool
all those
stuff.
really, really neat scales, right?
Yeah.
All right, but is there anything else you'd like to say to the people at home?
Well, I hope you like this video, and I hope you also like learning about the video. And, well, we'll see you next time. Bye!